In this video, we'll be talking about odds. So for our first example, we want to find the odds in favor of rolling a sum of 5 or at least one 5 on a pair of dice. So before we find the odds, let's find the probability. So the probability of event E is equal to the number of elements in event E divided by the number in the sample space. And we know that with this problem, our sample space is going to be 36 because there are 36 different results to our event of rolling 2 dice. So let's find the ones first that have a sum of 5. So we're looking for the diagonal where everything adds up to 5. And so that's going to be these 4 here. And so we also want the ones that have at least one 5. And so that would be either a 5 on the first roll, which would be this column right here, or a 5 on the second roll, which would be this row right here. And so if we count everything that we have selected here, making sure not to double count this 5, 5 here, what we're going to end up with is 15. All right, so now let's find the odds. So odds are very similar to probability. We're relaying the same information, just in a different way. So the odds of this happening, we're going to write a little bit differently. We're going to write it as the number of elements in event E, written as a ratio to the number of elements not in event E. So E complement. So the number of elements in event E is 15. We already counted those up. The number of elements not in E, so we could count those as well here on our table. Or we know that there are 36 total outcomes, and we know that 15 of them are event E, which would tell us that 21 are not. And so we would want to reduce this just like we would a fraction, so we can divide both of these by 3. And so that gives us 5/7. So odds, again, is just written as a ratio of the number of elements in event E to the number of elements not in event E, as opposed to probability, which is the number of elements in event E divided by the total number in the sample space. All right, let's look at another example where we'll go backwards. So we want to calculate the probability of a baseball team winning if the odds in favor of them winning are 3 to 2. So what that means, odds in favor of them winning are 3 to 2, means that they will win 3 games to every 2 losses. So if we want to find the probability of this happening, 3 wins to 2 losses would mean 5 games. 3 losses, 2 wins. And so if that's 5 games and we're winning 3 of them, then that's a probability of 3/5. And that's all we have to do. For the second part, the odds against them winning are 4 to 1. Now we haven't seen odds against yet, but what we would first want to do is change that to odds for. So the odds for winning would be 1 to 4. So odds against is just the reverse of odds for. So then we want to do the same thing here. The odds for winning of 1 to 4 means that they would win 1 game for every 4 games lost. So that in total is 5 games again. And one of those would be a win. So that's 1 out of 5.